Hey Cancer, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch your storyline or wavelength on this reading, go check your other major placements. And I liked what we did last time, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to do a regular traditional tarot reading here, and then if that resonates, you can go over to Vimeo for the extended reading over there with more of the oracle cards. So we've already shuffled. We're gonna cut the deck here. Feels momentous. It's like a big deal today. From the bottom of the deck, we have the overall for the reading, 4 of Cups, decisions, contemplating a decision, having, maybe contemplating, well, there's an offer and there's either a refusal or an offer or a deep contemplation of an offer. There's not, it's not clear what you're going to do with this offer. You've already been down this path a few times, and maybe this time you're thinking you want something different. You don't really want to keep doing this. There's a sense of, is this the real offer, or is this the same as the other ones? Is this going to be the same old, or is this one different? Is this one real? Or is it going to be just like it was before, repeated patterns? I always see Lucy and Charlie Brown in this one, where Lucy's holding the football and enticing Charlie Brown to kick it, and then she always takes it away at the last minute. At no point in the entire 40-year run of the comic strip does Charlie Brown get to kick that football. So as the reader, you're always like, oh my gosh, really? You're falling for it again? Stop falling for it. And then and he never learns. That's Charlie Brown for you. But so you're trying to figure out if this is going to be the same old, or if we've turned a new leaf, if something's different about the situation, about what's being offered to you. So, and is this the dream? The other ones weren't. So is this one? And I'm not sure that we're seeing a really strong answer here. We're seeing more of a contemplation or trying to figure out what is this one for real? Or is this just a fantasy and it's always going to be the same? So so we're Charlie Brown in this scenario, and we're trying to figure out if this time it's going to be real. This is your past. All right. Your present, your inner landscape, what's the issue, environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Okay. In your recent past, we have 5 of Cups. So we have something that didn't turn out. We've got the 4 of Cups here. So maybe this is the previous offer or something like that didn't turn out. And there was some grief and some sadness. We've had some sadness here. There's been loss. There's all these broken cups. Not only did we spill the milk or spill the wine, there's all these broken cups. There's been loss, maybe death, maybe grief. There's some kind of grief here. There's a lot of value in the future. There's still a lot of value. Like maybe some part of a relationship was broken, but the whole thing isn't broken. Maybe there's some loss of trust here. But there's still something there's still value. So there's almost like there's a grief process. Basically 5 of Cups is a grief process. You've been upset about something, there's been a grief process. The grief process, in some cases it never ends, in some cases you can get closure, but this is always pointing to there is a future with something. There is value here still, even though something may be broken and something maybe didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, which is referring to these previous 3 cups right here, and then we also have 3 broken cups right here. So it seems like we're talking about something lost in the future and really contemplating, lost in the past, and something really contemplated for the future. Is this really ever going to happen? Is this one real? And then we're seeing this this eventually with the grief process. Once we clean up the glass and clean up the mess here and the grief here, we can turn our attention to what remains. And what's still available. So that's what I think we're hopeful that it won't always be the same old here. In your current situation, you have the Sun card here. So a lot of clarity coming in, understanding, growth. It's almost like a harvest time of clarity. Vision. So there might be a vision, being able to see what you want. It could be this thing here, like being able to see what you want, and you're trying to figure out if this is the real deal, or if this is more heartbreak. So yeah, seeing a sun card, there's some clarity, maybe a vision, maybe a very clear vision of what you want. There's a steadiness here. There's a sun rising and clouds being cleared away and darkness being cleared away. So you're in a process of gaining some clarity, maybe starting to be able to recover from something, recover from some blows here, and gaining some clarity. And for your future, it's like the dawn is coming now. So we're getting the sort of a dawn, like these are guardians of the night. And this is the Guardians of the Night deck by M.J. Cullinane. I can't remember exactly, but this is one card with some dawn in it, with the light coming, the daylight coming, a new beginning. And then we have what's on your mind, Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is sort of self-trapping. So your mind is kind of not necessarily seeing the dawn, not necessarily seeing that there's a new beginning available, but sort of in a way trapped in the past, there's a sense of your mind being trapped by a sense of your own powerlessness. So you're providing the powerlessness here. You're providing the feeling that you can't take this opportunity. Okay, so I feel like we're getting a lot of clarity on what this is. Like this grief from the past, things in the past not having gone well, not having worked out, wondering if this one's for real, wondering if this cup that's coming in is actually like gonna bring reality. And then we have just echoed up here in this top row, this Five of Cups, three shattered cups, 3 broken promises, 3 broken things, trying to go through a grief process so that we can look to the future. Then we have the future coming in, this dawn coming in, but we have a bit of an inability to embrace that. But it's based on fear and an own sense of powerlessness, a sense of being trapped in your own mind. I mean, I see an eye here, but the eye, you can see something, but there's also this sense of being trapped, being stuck, the feeling trapped, feeling like a victim, right? Feeling like a victim of these broken cups, and like, and that feeling that you can't embrace this new dawn, you can't trust this new dawn, you can't trust this new offer. Normally I see the Four of Cups as a refusal of an offer, but in this one it's just very clear that he's contemplating the offer. And I see this top row as being like, there is an offer coming in. And this one's clear. This is the dawn. This isn't the fake dawn. This isn't the flashlight. This isn't somebody's headlights shining into your tent. This is actual dawn coming in here, but you are feeling powerless, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't do this. What's at issue here is the Hanged Man. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, is this possum here. Because there's nothing but, I mean, how much more Hanged Man can you get with the Guardians of the Night? This possum playing dead. The situation has been playing dead, but it is not dead. It is actually coming to life because we have it in the reverse. So the Hanged Man, things are starting to move again. Something that you thought was dead and over, and it was just playing dead. It was just paused. There was a big pause here, and now things are going to move again. Now things are going forward again. So this possum here is waking up. Again, we have sort of this dawn depicted around the possums, so that it's supposed to be like the possums figuring stuff out, thinking about stuff. There's a playing dead. The situation's just playing dead. It's not actually dead. It's just paused. But in the reverse, we have a very clear indication that we're coming out of a pause, that there was a break, there was a vacation, there was a stepping away from the situation, thinking things through, figuring some things out, and now things are going to get moving. Now things can actually move here and start growing and developing. So there was some sort of loss here, something that didn't turn out. I keep seeing 4 years or 3 years things didn't work, and now we're on our 4th year. Is this going to work? And we've got some movement here. We've got coming back for this 4th year as a metaphor for some of you, literally for others of you, coming back for a, I don't know, rockin' senior year, I guess. And then we have Page of Swords. So we have someone in your environment. So we have someone that you know, someone around you, somebody younger, somebody here that's a student. This is our freshman. I mean, if we're going to take the whole like 4 years of schooling idea, this is the freshman. So there's a freshman here. They're just learning the ropes. They're just learning what to do. They're maybe feeling a little awkward. They don't quite know what to do with the information. They're learning new information, but they're not quite sure how to handle it, what to do with it. There's somebody here that's just awkward communication. They're just learning how to handle this sword, which is communication and knowledge and clarity. So maybe some clarity came in for someone, and this isn't going to be you. This is going to be somebody around you, somebody that you know. Maybe you're going to be a mentor. Maybe you're going to be showing somebody the ropes here. Maybe or this person's just learning something new. So it is kind of a mentee vibe or a beginning student vibe for this Page of Swords. So yeah, they're just trying to figure out how to talk about something. They're just learning something new about the world, and it's just a little awkward. So there's sort of an awkward rookie here that's coming into that you're dealing with. Your to-do list, 6 of Cups. So this is play. Joyful, playful, childlike. Maybe join this little freshman in their childlike awkwardness. This can be connecting with someone from your past, reconnecting with someone from your past, enjoying seeing somebody again. There's a playful, youthful vibe here of reconnecting with some sort of passion from your past. So it doesn't have to be a person. It can just be a passion, something that really brings you to life, that makes you feel like a kid again. You know, maybe you're playing with Play-Doh. Maybe you've got a child in your environment. So both of these cards can refer to children. And it's time for you to sit on the floor and show them how to play the game, show them how to, you know, play with Play-Doh or something like that. There could be a younger person here, and you need to, holy moly. You need to, all right, well, hopefully that cleared up. But with this 6 of Cups, we have like a 4, 5, and 6 of Cups. Oh my gosh, we have 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like I've got a small straight. I think that's what, like 25 points in Yahtzee. This is very exciting. So wow, 4, 5, 6, and 7 Cups. This feels very magical, very extraordinary. Oh my goodness. So we have this 6 of Cups. I feel like these 3 cups, and we have these 3 cups here, these 2 cups here, and then this shared cup. I feel like returning to some sort of joy of your youth actually is going to help, not just with this grief process that we've had. I feel like these 3 cups that are broken are actually going to be restored by this reconnection, by this reunion. And then we have our 2 cups over here, our 2 full cups over here, but these 3 cups that we've been grieving over, that didn't turn out, we already had them, they're in the past, they all got broken anyway. There's almost like some sort of redemption of them where they become whole again. So there's a sense here of returning to something from your youth, returning to some joy of your youth, which actually restores your heart, restores something, right? I was saying, like, not all grief, you know, there's some sort of restoration that happens here with this reconnection, with this younger person showing up here, reconnecting with them, reconnecting with your childlike self, reconnecting with your own joy, maybe as a mentor, maybe as sharing something with this newbie. But reconnecting with your joy, this can be a child you're reconnecting with, and it somehow restores and redeems all that was lost in the past. So this can be a reconnection with somebody, or a new connection with a child, or someone younger, a mentee, and that mentee may be reminding you why you went into this business to begin with, or why you're doing this to begin with, and may bring you back to that childlike joy, that beginner joy of discovering something that you connect with, and coming back to that. So this is just so beautiful, this 4, 5, 6, and 7 of cups coming in here. I don't think I've ever had that. This is a very emotional journey. And there's something from the past that was grieved over and now has an opportunity to be restored. It's like this cup, I want to say that for many of you, this cup's going to be the real deal. This offer, this thing is going to be the real deal. There's been all of these previous cups, they've been broken, they've been lost, but this one's got some powers to it, and it's going to make you feel like a child again, and it's almost going to make everything that went on before worthwhile. So that's your to-do list, is to connect with some sort of childlike joy, connect with someone from your childhood, connect with something from your childhood that brought you a lot of joy. And there's some sort of very restorative process that happens here. Possible outcome, 7 of Cups, decisions, trying to figure out choices and decisions, trying to figure out, right? We start off with choices and decisions. We reconnect with something, reconnect with our joy, with our childlike self, our inner child possibly, or maybe someone that brings us a lot of joy, someone from our past. And then we have these decisions coming in here, and we start with decisions and we're ending with decisions. That seems to be the overall. Something's coming out of stasis. It never died. It was just put on pause. You're reconnecting, right? We have this Hanged Man coming out of stasis, this reconnection, something coming back to life. Is it you coming back to life? And then we have this 7 of Cups here with this decisions of what's going to make you happiest, looking at your options and trying to figure out which option is going to make you happiest, which way to go, where is your happiness. There's kind of an intellectual debate here over what's going to make you happy. There's some sort of really obvious answer. It's really clear. It's the center cup, right? And it's the whole reason you looked up at the sky to begin with, was to see that cup. But then you kind of get clouded with like, well, what about this? What about that? Maybe that will make me happy. Maybe that will make me happy. Maybe this. So it's kind of starting to apply this. So a possible outcome is that you start thinking and possibly overthinking where your cup of happiness is, which cup. There's some sort of intuitive thing. This is why you looked at the sky to begin with, but then you get a little distracted with a couple other things, and try to figure it out. So there's some sort of, it's like so obvious which cup is yours here. So I don't know why. So you could just be getting in your head about like what's going to make you happy, when in fact you like already know. There's this cup already here. It's already full. And then maybe more options come in and you start really overthinking it. So there's a process here though of thinking about what's going to make you happy, or where your destiny lies. Right? So here's our big cup, the one cup we keep seeing. There's one solo cup that stands out throughout this whole thing. And there it is. But you're really thinking it through, and maybe you do need to do that. Maybe you do need to make a pro-con list and really make sure that this is the cup that you want. That this is the emotion, this is the relationship, this is the relationship that you want. This is, and really thinking about it. But yeah, there's just this one cup that keeps showing up. That seems really clear throughout our 4, 5, 6, and 7. Anyway, beautiful reading, Cancer. It was really surprising and a little bit magical, I think. So yeah, we're waking up. The Hanged Man here is waking up. Dawn's coming. It's morning. It's time to get moving and make some decisions about how you're going to run this day here. So, all right, if that resonated with you, come join me over on Vimeo. If not, I'll see you guys in a while.